if you want to enjoy meditation, you want to do this, right? And I say this because sometimes when you become in a meditative state, you don't completely connect with the earth at the fullest capacity, right? You connect the most with the sun because it is exposed up in the sky. I'm just saying this if you're meditating outside, right? Which I would prefer people to do that more often when you have time. So when you're in the sun, okay, first thing that I want you to notice, when you start to meditate in the sun and you start feeling so much heat, right? You're feeling the heat because you're still far away from the sun. You get what I'm saying? If you're able to maintain it and stay longer in it, to the point that now you're no longer feeling the sun, the heat of the sun, just know now that your energy has been converted and you are now inside of the sun, right? Look at it as a quantum thing, okay? Because when you're on that level, it makes it easy that when you're vibrating at the aura of the sun, see the dark purple color aura, then it's easy for you to go into the portal. You become like a dust, then you disappear from this planet, right? So, but I wanna talk about this so that people can understand in order for me to give you a proper way of understanding yourself when it comes to you connecting with the sun in a meditation posture while seated on the ground. So the moment you feel like the sun is no longer heating that much, just know that now you are within the sun. You're literally closer more than you think, right? And at that moment, I want you to imagine yourself, your body becoming very gigantic, very big, to the point that you're looking into the sun. You're still within your meditation. Then you're gonna feel a different presence and how much powerful you are, right? And remember, this is your imagination, right? This is your imagination, but it is real, I'm telling you. But the moment when you're doing your sun gazing, you're seated in a meditation posture, you're meditating to the point that you're no longer feeling the heat of the sun, just know that you are one, connected with the sun. And that is a positive step, because the moment you vibrate at this color of your aura or beyond it, purple and dark, you usually can't see it around the sun. When you start to merge with that energy, then it'll be easy for you now to open a portal into the sun and escape physically. Then you'll turn into dust, right? The memory is complex but still there. When you become on the other side, everything that you were wearing, you're still gonna have them on the other side and be able to come back, right? So this is just a tip of letting you understand how much or how you can merge with the sun, and to even expose the fact that the sun is not actually hot. You can see planes pass you. You've been in a plane before, right? And you notice that the sun is local and there's nothing happening to the plane. You're not actually even feeling the heat, all right? Because the sun is not really hot. Remember that the energy, the sun first of all takes energy. Okay, it doesn't take energy, but it is generated. Your energy generates the sun. That is why you can be able to manipulate and control the sun to your will. And even the clouds. If you are vibrating high, you'll never have clouds above your head. I'm telling you. The sun will be so hot and so bright, so big, light, to the point that the clouds don't have power, because you are at the presence. Your energy is so vibrating high that it changes the reality of the space around the sun, because you give that energy. You generate energy to the sun, and the other heat of the sun comes from the ground, your lava and whatnot, the element that's not actually been talked about the most. So the sun is just a cosmic energy, right? It is filtered, then it comes back into this earth and gives back. It gives back to you again, but you're the one who's giving it charge to charge up to be at that level. You get what I'm saying? You're listening to what I'm saying. I'm teaching you this because people are looking into the books. They won't get what I'm talking about, But I'm letting you know so that you can connect and know what you're doing when you're sitting there doing your meditations. So at that point, now you realize that the sun is not actually hot, right? It's not. Besides the fact that you're feeling it hot, the hotness of it, because if it's burning you to that point, you've been eating junk, and the junk is the one that's actually burning your whole entire body, so that it can actually come out, right? But if it's heating you to the point that now you're no longer feeling it, now you have become, that's the first stage of you becoming or merging with the sun. There's still another stage for you to do that and turn into dust and disappear and go inside of the sun and be on the other dimensions, depending on which dimension you are vibrating in your mental state. If you are vibrating in the 5th dimension, you'll be there physically. If you are vibrating in the 6th dimension, you'll be there physically. But you'll be able to come back if you wish to. I'll tell you more about that. But the reason I'm making this video, when you're seated and you're doing a meditation, I want you to know that you can be able to connect with the kingdom of David that's in the Bible, which is actually the whole entire nature. But you have to be seated on the grass. You take your right hand and your left hand, you put it on the ground like this. As you meditate now, you are sharing your energy, right? You have to express your energy from these 3 chakras. I'd advise you using your root chakra. All the energy coming down all the way up to link up with the earth from your hands. Then you link up with this earth. You spread your whole energy with an intention to be in the core of the earth. Then you're using your left to recycle that energy back so that it can be able to connect with you. So when you're using your left hand, putting on the ground like this, you're meditating. You're expressing your energy from your right hand and receiving it again to recycle it as it reaches the core of the earth to your left hand. When it comes back to you, you start to connect. Then you can put whatever intention you want to put into earth and start to have a communication with all the trees. At the very same position you're at, you can communicate with any tree in the whole entire world. I don't care which side of the planet. Then you start to ask for earth to link you with all the minerals so that it can be able to absorb the energy of the earth core, right? And if you can be very good at this, you will find yourself in the inner terrestrial world, right? The underworld. There is a good side of it and there's a bad side of it, but your intention is to go to the good side of it, right? And to help you with this, when you have put your hands like this and now you're getting the hang of it, you can literally like express a pyramid shape facing downwards, because that's how your chakras are, from the lower facing downwards, right? And when you are creating the pyramid, it has to be wide, big, so it will stem from your hands, then it merges and becomes a pyramid facing downwards, interlinking your lower pyramid into the core of the earth and connecting with the whole entire planet, and asking all the minerals that are positive, from gold, diamond, or plants, all of that, water, you absorb them into light and bring them inside of your body. And you ask earth to keep on charging your whole entire body every second, every day, every minute, all the time, so that now you can get the hang of the information of the earth and produce more energy and more power within, right? This is all intention. You close your eyes and create that pyramid, right? And it needs to spin clockwise, because now you're connecting with the fullest capacity of Mother Earth. It spins clockwise. When it spins clockwise, it's generating that energy for you, right? It's generating that energy for you, and you're connected, right? You're still in meditation. You're still in a meditation sequence, and you're maintaining all of that. And if you link up with the earth like that, you're gonna be a on a different level spiritually. Every time in every time when you walk, every time when you walk with your barefoot, that link keeps on recharging you at the disposal of the sun, or exposure of the sun, right? And the idea in this, people are not entirely linking with earth or the kingdom of David on that level, right? You need to be in it. That's what I'm doing when you create that shape pyramid facing downwards, right? You need to be in it and be one with it. Because that's the whole idea, connecting with the nature on that level, not walking on top of, not walking with your barefoot only. Because even if you walk with your barefoot, do you have the intention? Because there comes a time whereby, I think I've told you about this, that you dig up a hole, put your feet inside, and link with earth. The link is important. Earth needs to know who you are. It doesn't know you because you walk with your barefoot. It's not enough. It needs to know the inner power or the inner you, like it happens with the sun. When you're doing your sun gazing, you're raising an awareness that the sun, I'm conscious about you, about who you are. Then that energy, you receive it back to you. Then it interlinks with your whole entire body. When things happen in this world that are very bad, and you've actually cleaned your energies on that level, you disappear instantly like that. And because the earth knows you well and the sun knows you well, they know where to put you when it is time for you to disappear according to your energies. There can never be a mistake to be lost in this world, or in this world, or interdimensional worlds. You have that blueprint within and connected with you to the highest level than an ordinary person who's not well aware of this. Right? So when you interact with the core of nature in this aspect, and your energy becomes one with yours, I'm telling you, man, you become a game changer, right? So you have to do this and practice these things. I even told you that when you meditate, at some point you need to kneel with your knees, not like kneel down, and your right hand must be facing the sun and the left hand must be on the ground. Then you start to meditate. Then you'll see, like, I won't even tell you, you'll be able to notice how this energy can keep on bouncing back to you inside and out and connecting with it. And instantly this makes you, when you do what I told you to do, connecting with the earth in this core, it makes you to also automatically connect with the whole entire animal system. I'm telling you. They get to know you as well, to the point that if any animal that has this force and power and will, it will never harm you. I'm telling you, you can like counterattack that energy and communicate with them. You get what I'm saying? Can communicate with them, man. Like the inner core of this earth is so interesting, because when you go to this deepest state of your interaction with that, doing a pyramid, you're going to find the glimpse of small portals, right? When you enter those portals, you find yourself in a big open space environment. I'm telling you, that's how dimensions are. That is a dimension. Dimension are a small beacon of light, right? But with the moment you get inside of it, right? The moment you get inside of it, what happens? You start to see that you're in a different space of a world. But I'll teach you about this. I'll tell you more about this. I just wanted you to connect with Earth. And one thing, the volcano wanted me to share with you about this is that every time you see a volcano erupt, anywhere in the world, it doesn't matter. The volcanoes are saying that it's not. I'm just being a messenger about this because I spoke to the volcanoes. Volcanoes are alive. I'm telling you, volcanoes are alive, and they play a very significant role in this world. So the volcano saying to me that every time the Earth's volcano erupts, just know that it is a shift of this whole entire planet. That is the cosmic energy. And they said that the volcano is no different when you start to do your meditation and be in this sequence, right? You become in a meditation, you turn into a flower of life, then you're focusing your kundalini energy to rise. When your kundalini energy rise, that is a volcano erupting, and the volcanoes letting me know that your kundalini has so many awakening that needs to happen, right? But the first one is always important, because the first one, when this fire erupts from within, when you become in the spiritual world, your whole entire body burns down. Then you emerge and rise like a phoenix. I've told you this before. Then after that, each and every other awakening stages of your kundalini, your body now is capable to convert that heat, not to actually burn. Because it's the same thing that happens when the volcano erupts. The lava of it doesn't actually destroy the whole entire volcano. It's still there. It maintains to be still, because every time a volcano erupts, there's a signal that the whole entire earth has shifted into a different timeline in reality. Because everything is in an upgrade. When it comes to earth, the earth doesn't degrade, it upgrades. Every time when you see the sun rise, it's upgrading all the time. The sun is upgrading every single time, every single day. When you see the sun set, it's not really setting, it's not really rising, but when you see the sun set, on the other side, it's actually rising from a different timeline. I'm telling you. I know this one makes sense, because you're going back to your books and you're not finding that. Listen, I know. I'm telling you, when the sun sets here, on the other side, it's actually rising. You're seeing it setting, it's actually rising. Because the sun goes through timeline. It doesn't rise, it doesn't set. But me having to explain this, I'm letting you know that the sun is always increasing its vibration. And when you link with it, automatically that happens as well. So the sun is unlimited. And you can have a way to have communications with this energies all the time. Like, I'll teach you one thing. When you blow a whistle, you can't blow a whistle to a bird. I'm telling you, man, it won't know what you're saying. Unless if you put an intention into it. The bird might actually blow back and tweet back to you, but it is tweeting back to you with an intention, thinking that you know what you're doing. Because the bird knows you, I'm telling you. But I'll teach you how to communicate with birds, right? This is intention, man. In order for you to understand this, I need to use the logic mind and merge it with the right side of the brain, the left side of the brain and the right side of the brain, right? You have to be logic at the same time, using your imagination to get this. You know that the logic mind has a way to think in words, right? So imagine yourself thinking in words. Okay, you're thinking, but are changing that into words. Then you're using your imagination to see it happen in motion, right? So you're blowing a whistle. What do you want to say to birds? Come here. I want to give you some food so that you can eat. So you think in words. You put an imagination. Then the moment you blow, remember you've put up that sentence of what you want to say to birds. The moment you blow a whistle, you turning the words that you thought, thinking the words that you thought of and you imagined, and you're converting all of those words into the beam of light. Then when you blow the whistle to the birds, there's a beam of light that reflects that message inside of them. Then you'll be able to receive what they have to say on what you just put out there as a program. And the more you keep on doing this, you'll start to have a communication with birds, man, through whistle. You're blowing your whistle. You get what I'm saying? Already you've put an intention, then you play it all out like that. I'm teaching you this, man. So I'm telling you, practice this. You put an intention, you use your logic mind, think in words, put your imagination, see it happen in motion. Turn the words into the beam of light when you blow. Imagine those words into beam of light going to that bird or to those birds. Keep on doing it, then you'll see you'll be able to understand their language, right? It's the same thing with animals, right? With animals, you can like literally touch and send your message, converting it into light from your head, your first eye, or using your hands. And when you get to connect with earth, what I'm telling you, you'll be able to know how to do it. I'm telling you, you'll be able to know how it feels, how an animal is under pressure, going through bad and whatnot, how to see through it. And I'm telling you, man, like and having to talk about imagination, it's one thing that you want to put out there within when you're doing your meditations, because it'll put you in this highest level of gaining information about almost anything and everything, right? That is why I don't read books, man. I get into meditation, and sometimes I leave this planet, go into higher planes and come back with information, and all of that is accessed through imagination. I'm telling you, daydreaming, whatever you want to call it, using the right side of your brain. Then you get to grasp information about almost anything. Because like you can imagine that I want to gain information about how birds came to be, right? Then you're putting it into your mindset within your heart as well, merging your heart, because it's important to think in your heart, more importantly. But yeah, if you have connected your mind with your heart like that, then it's easy for you to now have such thoughts in your mind, because you are entirely connected with your heart. So you put up an imagination that I want to gain access to information how birds came to be. I'm telling you, instantly, right there in your meditation, you'll be open to that experience, right? Like you need to learn to change time, or be in a different reality. Like I told you, that I said this before, that I'm surrounded by gold. I'm not here, man. I'm in a different space. I don't see what you see. I see total different things, because I'm creating that reality. And not so long ago, I was around trees. I was in the forest, beautiful forest, pure frequencies, very tall trees, very big and gigantic trees, man. You change that reality. You change that reality all the time. You change that reality. So I'm advising you that you want to keep up with this way of imagining your way out of any trouble or whatever problems. That is an instant manifestation, right? And I know that a lot of you are seeing 11:11. If you see 11:11, man, it's a good thing. This is a communication from the fifth dimension. And if you can say 11:111 so many times, and you start to imagine things that you want to see in your life, you're using the fifth dimension to bring forth those realities in this world. You create your own reality. Whenever you see a repeating number, you hold on to that. Not holding into it, but it's a confirmation that whatever that you are going through, whatever that you're doing, you're in this reality. You need to change things from right now. You create a pattern of thoughts and start to imagine things, right? You call out that number, 444. 444, I'm this. 444, I have power. 555, I have this, I have that. You instantly you become into this reality. In that reality, you're giving an assurance to the universe that you know what's happening, and you're receiving the information that they're giving you. You know what I'm saying? So with all that I'm saying, you connecting with earth, walking with your barefoot, doing what I told you, doing a pyramid, connecting with it first. Even if you let it know who you are, then like nature needs to know you. The sun needs to know you. That's why I say to people, yes, you're walking with your barefoot, but it's useless if you're not conscious with it. You need to be conscious. You need to link. If you can be under the sun, but if you're not actually doing it with an intention, the sun doesn't know you. The sun will never know you. You need to bond like you do with your children, right? You bond with your kids. You bond with your animals. No, kids, sorry to say kids, that's an insult. You bond with your children, right? Kids are donkeys. You bond with your children. then you need to bond with with nature as well. You need to bond with the tree. You have to link. Then when you link with it, it knows you. It can protect you, man. Like one time, I was looking into this tree that was far distance from me, and I started to communicate with it. Sometimes you don't need to be there to communicate with the tree. I was able to communicate with it. I let it know who I am and what I'm here to do in this world. And I asked this tree, how long have you been here? And the tree said to me, I have been here for like millions of years. I keep on rising and coming back. I'm like, wow, that's so interesting. And I told the tree, can you link up with me? Can your energy and mine link up so that you can be able to help me in the things that I have to do in this world? And it's like, the tree didn't mind. Like, okay, no problem. I don't mind. I can give you my energy, I can give you my energy. Like the tree didn't mind, man, because I asked the tree. I wasn't close with it. I wasn't close to it. I was very far away from that tree, man. I'm telling you. And it is very tall. I like the tree and its energy, I was like, can we link up, you and I, wherever in the world, so that you can protect me, give me power, and all of that, I was happy. And when I connected with it, it felt like now I'm living a purpose. Because people pass trees and they don't do anything, they don't. And you know what? I would advise people that let's grow trees, man. Let's grow trees. One tree each in every house would be a beautiful thing, man. If you don't have a space outside, let's grow trees. Let me tell you another secret. Let me tell you another secret about trees. Because I remember when I communicated with a different tree, but I wasn't exposed to it. This tree told me that the fact that we do not have enough trees this tree told me that the fact that there's no enough trees around the city, people are missing the most important or powerful energy source of information, both and getting to be nourished with the sun. The tree said to me, when you are under so many trees, right? Because remember, the sun is a hydrogen energy. The trees are hydrogen energy. I'm telling you, man. All plants, trees are hydrogen. That is why they try to poison them so much, but they're not getting that. They're not getting away. The only thing that they want to do is making sure that people cut down trees, right? They don't mind. They don't care with the forest. They just don't want people to have an engagement with trees. They don't want that at all, right? So the trees. This tree told me that when you become under a tree and when the sun is heating the most, the sun rays, when they go inside of the tree, directing into you, they get to be filtered more to have a 10 times greater hydrogen than before. I'm telling you, man, it was the first time I heard this. I was like really amazed. That's what the tree said to me, right? When this energy gets to be converted into the hydrogen energy that is way 10 times greater, you get to be nourished, fulfilled more powerfully than anything else. I'm telling you. So in other words, it's not like necessarily for you to be in the sun, but it helps if the sun is heating the most and there's a tree, because that energy gets to be filtered and becomes way 10 times greater. I'm telling you. And that's what the tree told me. And this happens a lot in the forest. Because it's one thing to be under a shade that is not a tree. To be under a shade, there's no tree that you're getting blocked from receiving any sun rays. But when you're under a tree, you're not getting blocked, right? Like the energy gets to be converted and heightened at the same time. It becomes a powerful alchemy. And that's what the tree said to me.